What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO Pugilism boxing channel where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, put it on all so you get notified immediately as soon as we drop any new content on the channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. So as we all know, tomorrow night we're going to have the big heavyweight fight between the former undisputed cruiserweight champion in Oleksander Usyk versus the also fellow Olympic gold medalist and unified heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. And yeah, this is going to be taking place tomorrow night, Saturday night. Very big fight. And yeah, today we're going to talk about a bit of the what both men should do tactically to win this fight. Just my thoughts, my opinion on this matter. So first of all, I suppose we could start with Oleksander Usyk. Now, with Oleksander Usyk, I think he's got a few little advantages here in this fight. He's got an advantage. I think he's definitely the more skilled of the two. I'd say he's definitely got the better legs, the better footwork of the two boxers. He's a guy that has this fantastic upper body movement, and he really is able to confuse opponents. I can recall Tony Bellew even saying that, look, he was able to just land this after a while, his left hand and the jab at will, and just he was able to even catch him in the same spot over and over and over again. So for me, for Oleksander Usyk, it's kind of an obvious one. For him to win this fight, he's got to just basically fight his normal fight. I think a style like Anthony Joshua's is gonna kind of play into his hands a bit more than Derek Chisora, funnily enough, because with Derek Chisora, yeah, in the end he got outboxed, but he's one of those guys that fights with sort of a reckless abandon. He doesn't care about getting hit. He doesn't care about eating leather, as he was saying. As long as he can land his punches, he's prepared to take 2 or 3 to land one big one or whatever. So when he fights in a reckless way. He doesn't really care about defense too much. But Anthony Joshua, the fact that he's quite sort of straight up, he's very conventional in what he does in the ring. He's very tidy. He's very, he's very much stylistically is very much the sort of typical style. And for Oleksander Usyk, I would say he's got to call on in a sense kind of his amateur days, in a way where he would have seen styles like Anthony Joshua over and over again. A guy that's likes to use the high guards, quite straight up, quite upright, tall. I'm sure he would have faced guys like with those sort of Anthony Joshua dimensions. So he's got to call on his experience. I'd say he's got to just concentrate on his boxing. I would say he's got to remember that. I would say that for him, he normally starts slow, but I think he could even afford here to sort of be a little bit cagey opening rounds, but pick up the pace maybe even a bit earlier. And when I say pick up the pace, I mean pick up the pace with his movement. I'd say for him, if I'm his corner, I would say he's got to make Anthony Joshua work, make Anthony Joshua follow him. I'd say he's got to be elusive in this fight. If you're Oleksander Usyk, you've got to be elusive, side to side movement, using that effective jab, effective straight shots, throw shots, and sometimes don't even put power into him, but just throw shots to just blind Anthony Joshua, to just sort of shock him. And I'd say for Usyk, he's got to just use movement, use all of the ring, counter Anthony Joshua. I would say he's got to always remember that he's the man with the better stamina of the two, so he's got to remember that. And I'd say for Oleksander Usyk, go to work in the early rounds, try and land combinations, I'd say be in and out with Anthony Joshua. Because Usyk is quite slick and quite slippery, and I'd say he's got to use that little advantage he's got in speed by, getting into range with Joshua, mid to close range, bum bum bum, land your shots, roll out, step to the side. Use those. I'd say for Usyk, he's got to sort of use the pivots. Use the pivots on Anthony Joshua. Use that footwork and be elusive. Make sure he goes to the blind side of Anthony Joshua and land those little left hands and stuff. And I'd say just all he's got to do, just use his skills. And I'd say for Usyk, it's very important that he makes Anthony Joshua work. He makes Anthony Joshua feel the pace, because we know that of the two of them, Usyk is the guy that can really do 12 rounds quite comfortably and still be sprightly, still be quite energetic in those championship rounds. Of the two, Usyk's definitely the man with the engine, and I'd say that because of that, he should go to work quite early, try to land some combinations, in and out work, get into Joshua, duck out, roll out, use your elusiveness when you landed your shots. Use your elusiveness, duck out, roll out, step to the side, get back out of punching range, get back into punching range, keep moving. Basically, I'd say mentally try and tire Anthony Joshua out, just use all those skills that he's got, all that upper body movement, try to confuse Anthony Joshua and make it hard for him. Make Anthony Joshua work, test his stamina, because obviously many people say Joshua ain't got good stamina. Some fights he's faded. So for Usyk, use that advantage in speed, advantage in movement, and the fact is that the man that's got more boxing skills, in out, make Joshua work. I think that's what he's got to do. And I'd say that if Joshua does gas, then if I'm Oleksander Usyk, what you do then is you step on the gas. I think if Anthony Joshua does tire and I'm Oleksander Usyk, that's when, in his later rounds, you step on the gas, don't be afraid, start coming forward more, step on the gas, start throwing more, because you've got the engine for it, and don't be reckless, but go for it, throw more combinations, step up the pace. As Anthony Joshua tires, step up the pace, and if you're Usyk, you try and get him out there. Really, I think that would be what my aim would be to do. Take it out of the judges' hands. Step up the pace you get into the later rounds, and if Anthony Joshua tires, keep stepping up, try and get him out there, or at least make it clear that you're winning the fight. So that would be my thing for sort of Oleksander Usyk, what he has to do to win this fight. And let me know your thoughts on this, on the keys to victory possibly for Oleksander Usyk. For me, it's box at quite a decent tempo, use your movement, use your legs, use your upper body movement, step to his side, try and get on the blind side and up your work rate as the fight goes on. And that would be my sort of thoughts on what Oleksander Usyk has to do to win this fight. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And until next time, this is MKO Pugilism, over and out.